Coming up, a local teen is charged with murder.
And Moody Air Force Base responds to a military plane crash.
We'll have these stories and more. Your News Valdosta starts now.
Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Lethea Washington.
And I'm Teresa Bowles. Yesterday, Valdosta police responded to a fatal shooting on South Oak Street. Upon entering the scene, 17-year-old Solomon Lee was found with multiple gunshot wounds. Lee was later announced as deceased by South Georgia Medical Center. Investigators say the incident stemmed from a series of fights starting at the South Oak Street Southside Recreation Center. After a few hours of investigation, detectives identified the shooter as 16-year-old Kevin Johnson. Johnson is in police custody and is now facing an array of charges, including felony murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm under the age of 18.
Early voting on a tax referendum started today and will continue through Friday for Lowndes County voters. County residents will vote on an incorporation of a 1% sales tax entitled eSPLOST that is meant for local schools. There is already an eSPLOST sales tax in place, and this particular one would go into effect when the current tax expires. A campaign to promote eSPLOST tax will start at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon at Valdosta City Hall, where the proposed tax projects will be discussed.
A military plane has crashed near Eccles County. The plane was flying from Beaufort Marine Corps Station in South Carolina. Moody Air Force Base responded to the crash as the nearest military base. Luckily, both pilots were able to eject and parachute from the plane prior to the impact. They were taken to South Georgia Medical Center in Valdosta. No fatalities have been linked to the crash, and its cause is still under investigation.
Last Friday, the Valdosta Fire Department responded to a motel fire that no fatalities or injuries. The fire started at the basement of the Country Hearth Inn and Suites on Ashley Street and spread to 7 rooms. Reports say that there were 10 occupants of those rooms and that all occupants got out safely. The fire was successfully put out before it reached the rest of the motel.
A neighbor has helped county deputies in apprehending a burglary suspect. Lowndes County say they responded to a call on Bird Hall Road in Hayhira. The homeowner said he found a man in his garage on Saturday attempting to take a number of personal belongings. The homeowner then demanded that the suspect leave the property. Investigators say the owner then discovered multiple items stashed in some nearby bushes. A neighbor observed the suspect's exit and informed police officers of his location. The suspect, identified as Jonathan Boyd, has been charged with burglary and criminal trespassing.
The Valdosta Department of Veteran Affairs is looking to relocate its local VA clinic. The clinic, which is now located on Patterson Street, is nearing the end of its 10-year lease. The contracting officer, Rachel Grenner, says that the process will involve purchasing an existing building as opposed to new construction. The building should be located south of Cherry Creek Drive, east of I-75, north of Highway 84, and west of J.C. Shack Road. Those with potentially helpful information are asked to contact the VA by Saturday.
The Sudsteel firm, a Valdosta law practice, has been approved to practice in front of the United States Supreme Court. Admission to the Supreme Court can mean a higher profile for a law firm. Along with the sponsorship on 2 Supreme Court bars, the local attorneys were personally welcomed to the court by Georgia native Clarence Thomas.
When we come back, we'll tell you about a local singer who's trying to make it big tonight.
And find out why it was such a big night for 3 local law officers. We'll have this and more in a minute.
Valdosta State University.
Quality academics.
Caring faculty mentors.
A beautiful campus.
Opportunities for involvement, leadership, and service.
Championship athletics, spirit and pride.
Discover your opportunities.
Valdosta State University.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Valdosta native trying to make it big as she auditioned for the hit show, The Voice. Babe Brooks is the former Valdosta student, has auditioned for The Voice. She is one of 48,000 people to have tried out for the show this year. She reportedly will receive some airtime tonight. When the show airs, Ben Haystip is a 3-time CMA Triple Play Award winner and the ASCAP Songwriter of the Year. He says that Brooks is very talented and has a voice that is hard to forget.
The Rotary Club of Valdosta held its 8th annual Law Enforcement Appreciation Dinner last Thursday. 3 officers were presented with awards that night. Corporal Chris Kelch was rewarded with the Trooper of the Year for the Georgia State Patrol. Corporal Kelch has been on the force for 11 years and is originally from Valdosta. For the Lowndes County Sheriff's Department, Deputy Charles McEady received the Deputy of the Year award. Deputy Charles McEady has been serving the county since 1995. Detective Sabrina Smith received the Officer of the Year for Valdosta Police Department, and she has been on the force since 2006.
Valdosta State University's Ruby R. Sullivan Literacy Center will host a book fair all this week. This event is taking place on the first floor of James L. and Dorothy H. Dewar College of Education. The fundraiser will be open to all and is offering high-quality books for school children of all ages. The funds raised during this event will help buy books for some 276 pre-kindergarten students to take home and enjoy.
Fussell Tire Pros cut the ribbon on their new facility here in Valdosta on Friday morning. The $2 million facility was built so that Fussell Tire could better serve the community. The new site also created more than 1,000 jobs and boosted the local economy.
Local organizers are busy this week as they prepare for the 15th annual Azalea International Folk Fair that will be hosted on March 13th. The fair represents the cultures of Africa, Japan, Korea, and others. This year's fair will have a traditional Korean wedding ceremony, a Japanese Soren Bushi dance, Indian Bollywood fusion dancing, an Arabic culture dance, Filipino strict eskrima fighting, and more. There will be also a hands-on arts and crafts, puzzles, and magic tricks for everyone to partake in.
Hayhira was frozen over Saturday as the town hosted a Disney-themed snow fun day for the kids of the community. The kids took to the streets so that they could play in the snow for perhaps the first time in their lives. If that wasn't enough, they also got to meet the 2 famous sisters and Olaf from the recent Disney movie Frozen. The event was sponsored by many of Hayhira's local businesses and put on by Brandy Dame, who is the downtown development coordinator of Hayhira.
13 students from Valdosta High School's Skills USA Students Organization traveled to Moultrie recently to compete in the Region 7 competition at the Moultrie Technical College. 9 of the students placed in the various student competitions and 2 will be traveling to the state competition that will be held in Atlanta March 26th through the 28th.
We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll take a look at your local sports with Sabrina Adams.
So stay with us.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, sparkle snacks Sunday. All the healthy children eat well and move a lot. And move a lot. And move a lot. Eat well and move a lot.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day.
Skip a rope Saturday, freeze tag Friday, tap dance Thursday.
Whole grains Wednesday, dry and veggie Tuesday. Let's move Monday, split the sweet Sunday.
Eat well and move a lot.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. All the healthy children, all the healthy children.
Get ideas. Get involved. Get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Now let's take a look at the weather with Sabrina Adams. Sabrina, what are we looking at?
Thanks, Lethea. Dense fog stuck around for quite a while this morning, but it lifted and left us with misty, cloudy conditions. Despite the lack of sunshine, high temperatures today were fairly mild. We'll hit 66 this afternoon. A 30% chance of rain will stick around all day, but any showers will be very light and brief. Showers become even more likely overnight, with a 60% chance of seeing some light rain, especially after midnight. The low overnight will drop to 46, with light winds out of the northeast at 5 miles per hour. A 60% chance of showers will greet us again as you wake up tomorrow, so keep the umbrellas on standby. Clouds will keep high temperatures cool, only around 52 for the afternoon. Around 1/4 inch of rain is expected during the day. And the UV index is a 4 out of 12. This means there is a moderate risk of harm from unprotected sun exposure. Today's pollen count is a low to medium count of 4.3. The predominant pollens are alder, cedar, juniper, and oak. That's all I have for weather. Back to you ladies at the news desk.
When we come back, we'll take a look at local sports with Quenisha Claiborne, so stay with us.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in-your-face pep talk.
I can keep pushing you. Believe me, I'm good at it. But at some point, you're going to need to start pushing yourself.
See, once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell them. You can't change your past, but you can definitely change your future.
That makes me so happy, I'm ready to bust out a dance.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? My gentle technique isn't really working. You need something a little more
persuasive.
Yes.
You listen, and you listen good.
Hey, where's my sandwich? Terry? Terry!
Take it from me, the King DMC. It's a real cool thing to get your GED.
Get that diploma!
Now hold on and we'll find you free GED classes. Capiche?
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Valdosta State University.
Encouraging.
In-depth inquiry.
Hands-on experience.
Service and involvement.
And a global view.
While offering
a beautiful residential campus.
Over 100 fields of study.
Graduate and online degrees.
And championship athletics.
All in a warm and friendly community.
Get connected and involved.
Do more, become more.
Valdosta State University.
Welcome back.
Now let's check in with Quenisha Claiborne for our local sports. Quenisha?
The Valdosta State University Lady Blazers defeated longtime rivals University of West Georgia Saturday night. The Lady Blazers basketball team hosted their annual Pink Out game, where 4 of the Blazers' 5 starters scored in double figures. By the second half, the Blazers increased their intensity on the defensive side of the ball, allowing for them to finally begin putting some distance between themselves and the Wolves. With combined defense and balanced offense, the game concluded with a score of 70-54. The Valdosta State University men's basketball team, however, did not have such a victory. The men's team fought the entire 40 minutes against the Gulf South Conference foe West Georgia. After shooting 50% of the field in the first half, VSU shot 35% from the floor in the second. While the University of West Georgia had a little more trouble shooting the ball, they've performed better in the second half. VSU led 46-43 at halftime. However, the Blazers just weren't left with enough time to construct a victory. The game concluded with a score of 85-83 Saturday night at the complex. The Blazers will return to the complex on Saturday to host their last regular season contestant against West Florida. The Valdosta State University baseball team finished a doubleheader sweep Saturday at Billy Grant Field against West Florida. The Blazers scored 5 times on 3 home runs in the 8th inning, helping the Blazers to improve 3-2 in the conference. The Blazers defeated the West Florida Argonauts 9-4. After 3 weeks of playing on the road, the Valdosta State University softball team finally got their chance to play at home on Saturday. The number 2 Blazers felt right at home in front of a packed out and loud stadium as they hammered 4 home runs in an 8-0 sweep of West Florida. The teams were set to finish the 3rd game Southgate Golf Conference Series this afternoon. That concludes today's local sports. Back to you ladies at the news desk.
Thanks, Quenisha. When News Valdosta returns, we will take a look at some of our local churches, what our local churches are doing in the community.
So don't go away. We'll be right back.
$7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry. I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
And we're back with News Valdosta.
First United Methodist Church will be having a youth event this coming Sunday. The First United Youth Ministry will start off at 11 o'clock that morning. The middle and high school students will be showing their leadership in singing, drama, ushering, and greeting, and helping with communion. Parents will be needed to assist in this event. The event is to encourage children of the community.
Crossroads Church of Valdosta will have a car wash and a Boston butt sale this Saturday. Proceeds will go to benefit their mission trip to Haiti. Tickets are available at the church office. Meat pickup will be from 10 a.m. to 2 in the afternoon. You can get your tickets at the church.
That's it for our program today. Thank you for watching News Valdosta. I'm Lethea Washington.
And I'm Teresa Bowles. We'll see you tomorrow.